Good morning everyone, welcome to Indo Pacific 2023 in Sydney, Australia. I'm very pleased this morning to meet with Admiral René Tas, the commander of the Royal Netherlands Navy. Admiral, good morning.
Good morning, Xavier.
Thank you very much for your time to answer a few of my questions. Can you please first briefly introduce your Navy? How many sailors are under your command and how many assets do you have?
Well, yes, the Netherlands Navy is a worldwide operating navy with about 8,000 sailors, including the Marines, about 6 frigates, which is the main part of the Navy, 4 submarines, 2 LPDs, so landing platform docks, 6 mine hunters and some smaller units as well. Total force is about 12,000, what I said, 8,000 military, 2,000 plus civilians, and then close to 2,000 reservists. Yeah.
What are some of the challenges or threats that your Navy is facing today?
Well, I think the challenges are what the challenges are for every Navy. It's the world situation, it's the permanent competition we live in now. It's a diverse threat, it's great power politics, but it's also the smaller conflicts that haven't gone away, including terrorism and all the threats that we have seen the last 100 years, but it's accumulating. So it's becoming more and more dangerous, I think. And you see it in the war in Ukraine, you see it in Gaza, but you see it also in the conflicts, or the potential conflicts in the Far East. So threats that face all of us, not just navies and the military, but I think threats that face societies.
Your Navy is currently going through a deep modernization process. You're pretty much replacing your entire fleet. Can you guide us through some of the major programs, ship programs that you're replacing?
Yeah, the major programs at the moment are the replacement of the submarines. And we will take a decision early next year which submarine is going to replace the current Walrus-class submarines. And we just had a contract for the replacement of the ASW frigates. We will file the first requirements for the new air defense and command frigates. So we hope to get them in the next 10 years as well. Then in the next 10 years we aim at replacing the landing platform docks and the patrol vessels by one type of ship that can do both duties and patrolling and transport Marines and putting them ashore. Then the complete toolbox of the Marine Corps is being replaced as well. And the one that's coming the earliest is getting a new tanker, which we call the combat support ship. It's due next year. And the year after we're going to get the first mine hunters, which we are building together with the Belgians. And France has offered, will get 6 as well, as I understand. So basically within 10 years, if you come again to the Navy, it will be a complete new Navy from a material part of view. But also we're replacing tactics, procedures and the way we do things. For instance, we're changing the manning concepts. Typically a frigate has 180 people. The new frigates will have about 120, 130 by relying more on automation, AI and all kind of other stuff.
And speaking of which, I believe you're looking at optionally manned vessels as well, the Trific program?
Yeah, we're adding unmanned systems to the manned systems. So it's not replacing manned systems by unmanned systems, but it's increasing firepower, increasing the ability to do ISR by adding unmanned systems to the manned systems. For instance, the new ASW frigates, they will get 2 remote controlled boats that come from the frigates and can be operated alongside the frigate. For the air defense frigates, we have satellite boats bigger than well, say somewhere between 40 and 80 meters that can carry surveillance equipment, but also can carry missile systems. So it's adding unmanned to manned systems.
And these new capabilities will help you tackle the challenges that you mentioned previously?
It will assist because we will not tackle all the challenges by ourselves, of course, obviously, because we need our allies and partners. That's why we operate in NATO, and that's why we operate with like-minded, like the Australians, the Japanese, Koreans in the Far East.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so you are here in Australia. For which reason, may I ask? And are you looking at an upcoming Indo Pacific deployment for one of your vessels?
Yeah, next year we will do a next deployment with one of our air defense and command frigates. We have done one 2 years ago with Everton, one of the air defense and command frigates as well, together with the UK carrier battle group. Next year we will do it again. But why is it important to be here? Because in the Netherlands we say we protect what we value, and what we value is our values themselves: rule of law, freedom of navigation, but also our economies, prosperity and well-being. And that is not something that starts or stops at the boundaries of the North Sea or the European continent or even the NATO area of responsibility. That's something that is worldwide. So if you're serious about those values, serious about your economy, you have to deploy worldwide. Because you're going to be challenged by enemies and potential enemies there where you're weakest. So you have to show, as navies, in the global commons, that you're serious about operating together with allies and partners worldwide, and Indo Pacific is part of that worldwide interest, naval interest.
It is indeed. Admiral Tas, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.